What if the significance we credit to our surroundings isn't as immutable as we think? Today we delve into the domain of philosophy, where meaning assumes a profundity beyond standard comprehension. Before exploring Putnam's theories, let's first comprehend the concept of natural kinds. A natural kind in philosophy signifies a category of entities sharing intrinsic properties. Consider examples like gold, oxygen, dogs, oak trees, mountains, and rivers. These categories stem from inherent characteristics, not arbitrary assignments. For instance, all gold samples share identical chemical composition. All dogs exhibit similar genetic structure, and all mountains undergo similar geological. The concept of natural kinds influences philosophy of science, metaphysics, and philosophy of language, shaping our understanding of world classification, language-reflected reality, and scientific knowledge. This understanding is key to delve into Putnam's The Meaning of Meaning and its tie with the natural kind theory. It assists in grasping the complex interaction between language, meaning, and the world. Natural kinds provoke questions about classification nature, the language-reality link, and scientific knowledge's objectivity. As we navigate further into Putnam's theories, remember the natural kind's fundamental premise and its significant implications for our philosophy and meaning comprehension. In his influential book, The Meaning of Meaning, Hilary Putnam navigates through complex theories about meaning and language. He introduces his ideas on semantic externalism and sets the stage for the intriguing twin earth thought experiment, to be discussed later in this video. Putnam's analysis of meaning is integral to his natural kind theory. Challenging traditional views on reference and categorization, he argues that a term's meaning isn't solely derived from internal cognition. It also involves the term's link with the world. This discourse emphasizes the role of context and external influences in shaping the meaning of linguistic expressions. For example, in Putnam's twin earth situation, we'll see how the meaning of words like water is shaped not just by our understanding, but also by the environment and the history of the discussed substance. In conclusion, the meaning of meaning and Putnam's natural kind theory interconnect. Both highlight the importance of context, reference, and external factors in understanding meaning and categorization. This perspective challenges the idea that meaning is purely subjective, proposing that it also reflects our interaction with the environment. Stay tuned for a deeper exploration of Putnam's riveting theories. In our comprehensive study, we decipher Hilary Putnam's theory of natural kind. Putnam's theory encourages a reconsideration of conventional views on meaning and language. It suggests that natural kind classifications aren't arbitrary or conventional, but rooted in objective similarities and differences in our world. Putnam presents four main elements of his theory: cluster concepts, externalism, causal historical theories, and contextualism. These components address various aspects of classification and categorization, indicating that classifications are influenced by numerous factors like internal properties, external references, causal links, and contextual factors. Putnam's contributions have greatly influenced philosophy, science, metaphysics, and cognitive science, sparking discussions on scientific realism, conceptual change, and the essence of language and thought. Scene 5. Now we delve into Putnam's celebrated twin Earth thought experiment to exemplify his natural kind theory. Imagine another Earth, identical but for one key difference. The liquid that fills its oceans, rivers, and skies is not H2O, but an alternative substance, XYZ. Despite appearing identical to our water, the chemical makeup of XYZ is on this parallel Earth. Water refers to XYZ, not H2O. Distinction, despite apparent similarity, supports Putnam's theory. H2O and XYZ are separate natural kinds, each tied to their unique causal histories and environments. This scenario challenges traditional views of semantics and reference in language philosophy, suggests that words like water are defined not only by their chemical makeup but also by their environmental context and societal use. It's not just about what's in the glass, but also where it comes from and how it's used. In the next, we'll explore the impact of this theory across fields like philosophy of science and cognitive science. Let's examine an example Putnam uses to illuminate his theory: the categorization of materials as natural kinds within science. Take chemical elements like gold or oxygen. These names aren't arbitrary but based on real similarities and differences, such as atomic composition and chemical properties. To say something is gold is to refer to its distinct atomic number and specific traits. Likewise, Calling something oxygen denotes a gas that aids combustion, combines with other elements to form compounds, and has a unique atomic structure. Putnam argues that these reflect true patterns in nature, not just human conventions. When we talk about water, gold, or oxygen, we're indicating specific natural kinds with unique cause-effect histories and relationships with the environment. Essentially, Putnam suggests our categorizations of natural kinds are grounded in real similarities and differences. This perspective shifts our understanding of how we classify and perceive the world. It's not just about the label, but about the material's relationship with its environment and its cause-effect history. We'll explore the implications of this for various fields in the next scene. Scene 7. Putnam's theory of natural kind has sweeping implications in fields like philosophy of science, metaphysics, cognitive science, and environmental philosophy. It propels discussions on scientific realism, conceptual transformation, and language and thought's crux. In philosophy of science, the theory pushes us to examine scientific classification's construction and the role of empirical evidence in defining natural kinds. It challenges traditional perspectives on scientific realism and essentialism, advocating for a nuanced understanding of natural kinds. In metaphysics, it drives contemplation on the language-ontology link, the crux of reality, identity, and transformation. It suggests our conceptual frameworks shape our worldview. In cognitive science, it triggers questions about human category creation, idea representation, the mind, and the impact of language and culture on cognitive processes. In environmental philosophy, it prompts reflection on our relationship with nature, human activities' effects on ecosystems, and the ethical considerations linked with environmental stewardship. In conclusion, Scene 8 explores Hilary Putnam's natural kind theory, a concept that urges us to reevaluate our understanding of meaning. This theory merges various disciplines and sparks a dialogue about language, intellect, and truth. Our scientific knowledge expands, so does our comprehension of our environment, a world filled with natural kinds, each a cluster of attributes, each a testament to the diversity of meaning. Moving on from Hilary Putnam's natural kind theory, let's consider its impact on legal philosophy, particularly concerning the essence of legal categories and terminologies. Putnam's emphasis on the context-driven nature of classifications could compel legal philosophers and practitioners to scrutinize the conceptual structures that underpin legal categories. This could enhance conceptual clarity in legal logic and decision-making. Moreover, Putnam's theory influences how legal documents are interpreted and implemented. The interpretation isn't just about the author's intentions or conventional understandings, but also encompasses the wider context. Additionally, Putnam's rejection of essentialism and his focus on the role of empirical evidence in defining natural kinds align with the philosophical attitude of legal realism. It dismisses the idea that legal terminologies have fixed definitions and underscores the impact of social, political, and empirical factors on legal interpretations and rulings. Furthermore, Putnam's exploration of scientific classifications as natural kinds can shape discussions on the usage and understanding of scientific proof in legal procedures. Ultimately, Putnam's natural kind theory offers a unique perspective on classification and conceptualization that could be valuable in legal philosophy, particularly in interpreting and implementing legal categories and concepts across different legal contexts. Scene 9 delves into the cross-disciplinary application of Hilary Putnam's natural kind theory. Not restricted to legal philosophy, it finds relevance in cognitive science, linguistics, and artificial intelligence. In cognitive science, it helps classify mental states and processes, encouraging an empirical, contextual understanding of mental phenomena over purely subjective methods. Linguistics benefits from a new perspective on lexical meaning, which it suggests is founded not just on the speaker's intent, but also on context. This aids in unraveling language interpretation complexities. In artificial intelligence, the theory is useful for classifying intelligent behaviors, going beyond the traditional Turing test to define intelligence in a machine. Putnam's natural kind theory, emphasizing context and empirical evidence, brings a unique perspective across disciplines and enhances understanding and classification of various phenomena. In Scene 10, we delve into the criticisms and challenges facing Putnam's theory. In Scene 10, we delve into the criticisms and challenges facing Putnam's natural kind theory, fueling intellectual debates among scholars. The initial contention stems from epistemic obstacles. Critics argue that Putnam's emphasis on empirical and situational dimensions of natural kinds could hinder knowledge acquisition. We then examine the underdetermination challenge, where critics propose that Putnam's theory struggles with issues of underdetermination, a situation where identical observational data can be explained by multiple theoretical frameworks. This raises questions about the objectivity of classifications, sparking concern over the credibility of classifications grounded in empirical evidence. Some critics also speculate that Putnam's holistic approach towards natural kinds could lean towards subjectivism or relativism, undermining the objectivity and universality of scientific knowledge. The refusal of essentialism by Putnam and the concept of rigid essences have been challenged by philosophers advocating a more essentialist view of natural kinds. They argue that some categories possess inherent traits that their identity, regardless of empirical evidence or situational factors. Finally, we scrutinize the challenge tied to the application of Putnam's theory in interdisciplinary fields such as cognitive science. Critics suggest that these disciplines necessitate adaptive conceptual structures that can keep up with their complex and dynamic nature. As we conclude Scene 10, it's vital to remember that despite its significant contributions, Putnam's natural kind theory is not impervious to criticisms. These illuminate the intricate details and repercussions of the natural kind theory, enhancing philosophical debates and comprehension across various disciplines.